Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Yes, people. What is going on? Big up your damn selves each and every time. It's Drifty, it's Kop-Ish, and I'm back with a special Kop-Ish catch up. I did not think that you guys would be seeing me today or any of us today, but I could not help myself but to go live with some of the news that has been circulating in the past few hours. Big up everyone who's jumping in the chat. I see you guys. Love as always the Drifty takeover right now because we need to talk. We need to talk. So where do you want to start? You tell me, people. This is your show. I'm just here to bring you the news after we figure out what we're going to do as a group. So, people, where do we start? Where do we start? You guys let me know. Where do we start? I'm bringing you today two main things. Maybe we can touch on a few of the little minor things. Big up Cal, who did the show this morning. The new show this morning, obviously, where there was a lot of news that was to be gone over. But where do we start? Where do we start? I'm seeing a couple Zubi. I'm seeing a couple Ref. Where do we start? Where do we start? All right, let's start with the ref thing, innit? Let's start with it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Coote. Now, I'm gonna say this, yeah. Normally, I don't go in on people. Normally, I don't do things to try and bring people down. That's not my style. That's not how I am. I don't pile on. I'm not one of them people, right? But I have to say, with this Coote thing, the only reason why I'm not reluctant to do it or pile on or whatever is because he made it personal. He really made it personal. I am quite disgusted at the way a lot of people in the media are kind of not necessarily sweeping us under the rug because it's big news and everybody's talking about it. But they're really acting like it's not as big of a deal as it is. And I'm not even trying to come at this from a Liverpool point of view because obviously there's Liverpool fans. We're going to be a little bit more hurt about the situation, right? It's personal. That's always the way life is. Anytime anything is about you more, you're going to be more annoyed or you're going to be more upset. But generally speaking, whenever something is immoral, whenever something is wrong, clearly wrong, I don't even think this is subjective. Like, people are acting like this is subjective. Like, I'm actually hearing people saying, I can't believe people are making a big deal out of this. You can't believe people are making a big deal out of this. He was xenophobic. I've seen some people say they feel it's a little bit racist. I know, obviously, race it's more of a weird way to look at it. But at the same time, the country that you're from, I can see why people see it that way. It's hateful. And here's the thing I want to say as well. A lot of people are saying things like, hate isn't a crime. We all have people we hate. No, that's true. That's very true. I mean, technically, there's something as a hate crime, but I get it. We all have people we hate. I'll give you an example to put myself on the spot. I hate Bernardo Silva. Never even met the guy, but I hate him. But I'm never going to actually act on my hate. I just hate him for what I see as justifiable reasons. He's extremely disrespectful to Liverpool. When we won the league, he was extremely disrespectful when he was supposed to be doing the Guard of Honor. He's racist. He can lie as much as he wants. Those things that he said about Mendy as a black person, I am not laughing, and they were not a joke. I am not laughing, and they were not a joke. They were racist comments that he made about Mendy. Other people can brush it off if they want. I will never brush it off. because racism is the number one thing that really irks me. So you've got all of those reasons why I hate Bernardo Silva. But my hate is never going to become anything. I would never act upon my hate. I just hate him. And I have good reason, I believe, based on those things I just said about his character and who he is and from what I've seen. So I understand hate. But I tell you what, when you're in a position of power, do you know the one thing you're not allowed to do is hate? Because if you're in a position of power, your hate can be switched into what we would be called abuse of power. Yeah? So if you're a person in power, which a referee is, at least hide it. Do you know what I mean? He just publicly made it clear that he hates. And here's the thing that is annoying me more than anything. This is the thing that annoys me more than anything. I'm going to stand up for the Scousers as an honorary Scouser. I ain't born in Liverpool. I'm not a Scouser. You can tell by my accent. I'm not a Scouser, which a lot of non-Liverpool fans and some Liverpool Scouser fans, actually, to be fair, try to attack me for. But I'm still going to stick up for the Scousers, even though I've had a few of them say it themselves, because I believe Liverpool is a family club and we are a family. And I'm not going to stoop to the level of the odd that have those horrible things to say. I'm going to stick up for the masses. Do you know the one thing that's really annoyed me about this whole thing that's been completely swept under the rug? It's the fact that when they're talking about this situation, nobody's talking about the fact that the guy sitting next to Coote, who's speaking on behalf of him when he says we, and is not corrected by Coote, says we hate Scousers. Why is nobody talking about that in any of the videos that's going around? We hate Scousers. So not only did he say something about Jurgen Klopp in an extremely derogatory way, xenophobia, as I've said at the beginning, not only has he shown his clear bias by his actions now being backed up by these words, they also hate Scousers, an entire city. And because he has power, he was able to use and abuse that power to affect the games that he was in charge of. They also swept under the rug the fact that there was, 3 or 4 years or so that they've known prior to his hate for Liverpool, and that's why he was taken off Liverpool games. So why is he back on Liverpool games anyway? What's that all about? What is that all about? So, look, I'm going to be honest with you. That's the reason why I don't really care. I really don't care what happens to him in regards to his job and the backlash from what he said and done. I hope he's not physically harmed in any way. I'm never going to ever advocate for anything like that. But in terms of like his job and the scrutiny that he's under now, what, you think I care? He cost my team 2 titles as far as I'm concerned. People can call that guy in 2-5 if they want, but I'm looking at games he's ref where we've dropped points in those times, and I'm just saying to myself, I'm going to act like this guy cost me 2 titles. Cost all of us. I don't really care. So let's talk about it, people. Let's talk about it. The latest news is he has been caught doing... Am I even allowed to say this without being demonetized? I don't even know. You lot know what I'm talking about. There's 2 C words involved with this guy now. There's the see you next Tuesday, and there's the cocaine. There's 2 C's. You know what I mean? I'm going to be calling him double C from now on. Actually, his name's Coote. Oh, shit. Triple C. Triple C. That's what I'm going to call this guy from now on. Yeah? The cocaine. Now, it has been confirmed, ironically, by VAR, that in fact, the lines were straight. It has been confirmed by VAR, people, that the line was straight. That the line was straight. Unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable scenes, people. And this check didn't even take long. This wasn't a 3 or a 4 minute check. This wasn't a 3 or a 4 minute check. This was a quick and easy check. The lines were drawn It has been confirmed. And I know what somebody's thinking to themselves right now, people. Shout out to Kaiser, who must be getting the last laugh right now. Must be getting the last laugh right now. Unbelievable. So, guys, not only has he got all of the things that's coming out about the Liverpool, now this is coming. Now, I just want to know, who's this guy hang around? Because his friends are not friends. His friends are not friends, because I'm not going to lie. Even though the whole situation with how he feels about Liverpool, it's good that it's come out, because he can't affect us anymore, and he can't be bad mind to us anymore and do what is effectively cheating. So I'm glad it came out. But who are this man's friends? Who are this man's friends? Why has he got everybody snitching on him now? I'm so confused. And how is this guy not capable of understanding his awareness? I've always said, I've always said down to the core, the number one thing in life that people lack is self-awareness. I try so hard to always have as much of it as I can, because from what I can observe of others, so many people lack self-awareness. And this guy seems like he has no self-awareness whatsoever, because he's doing these things in front of people, around people, saying things like it's, oh my days, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. But everything now has been called into question. Everything. His integrity, his personality, his morals, his ethics, everything is now being called into question. Everything. Absolutely everything has been called into question right now. And I tell you what, people, I tell you what.
You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. Wallahi, you're finished. Wallahi, you're finished.
You're finished.
Coote, you are finished, my friend. Absolutely finished. Absolutely finished. Big up John, as always, our brother John Conway, who's just gifted 5 memberships. Big up yourself, John. People, if you guys have been a recipient of this gift, please do make sure you give John a big up and a thank you, man. Big up your damn self, John, each and every time. Jay, big up yourself, bro. Says Coote is playing in the snow. Look, I just don't understand how somebody can just have so much madness just all at once, just being put out there all at once, man. Just, it's crazy. It's people, please try your best to live your life morally. Please. If there's anything I'm going to try and just tell people, I ain't a preacher. I ain't trying to say I live some exemplary life, but please, people, try to live your life with morals. That's the one thing that I want when I die. I want anybody speaking at my funeral to say, do you know what? Drift was a man of morals and principles, above all else. He was there for his friends. He was a good person, and he never, ever did anything to hurt anybody on purpose or unless provoked. And even then, it's still hard to provoke me into doing people's stuff. Please, people, live your life morally, because some of these things that I'm seeing that are coming out from people, I don't understand how they can live their life like this. I really don't. But guys, he's finished. He's absolutely finished. He's absolutely finished. How did he come back from this? How does he come back from this? And do you want to know what's even more crazy? There was a lot of rumors going around that Coote was going to be going to Saudi, right? And that would be a way out, because obviously it has absolutely nothing to do with England, etc., etc., etc. I don't know how true that is. That could just be a rumor or whatever. But what I do know is that in Saudi, do you know how frowned upon drugs are? Within the Muslim faith, Do you know how frowned upon drugs are? So I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know if he's got that out anymore. If this is the content of his character, I really don't. I don't even know. And that could have been a rumor anyway. We know how the rumorville likes to spin. But I don't even know if he's got that out now. He might never referee ever again. That's it. That's it. You know what I mean? So look, boy, I don't know, man. I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. Big up everyone who's in the chat. Make sure you smash that like button on your way in as well for me, people. Subscribe if you're new. Obviously, if you're watching this afterwards, let me know how you feel in the comments about this whole situation. Big up everyone. I can see the chat is popping off right now. It's crazy. And do you want? Do you know what? So before I move on, that's the other thing I want to say. This is what infuriated me the most when I saw it. Yeah, when people started to circulate the whole him with the cocaine, right? Oh, what's crazy is, do you know what some media outlets said? With a what did they say? A white powder. Now I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if maybe they're not. Maybe it's something you're not allowed to say on TV. I don't know. But even that kind of feels like a swerve, don't it? A white powder. Sherbet is a white powder. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, what's that stuff they use in movies? But when they obviously they're not using the real stuff, but obviously they have to play the role of someone who's using it or whatever. Is it glucose? Is it glucose? They use like powder glue. That's a white powder. A white powder. Again, I don't know. Maybe you're just not allowed to say it on TV, but like even that feels like a swerve. Just call it what it is. But anyway, but here's the thing that really, really annoyed me the most when I saw this, people. It's the simple fact that now this will be what he's fired for, in my opinion. This will be it, or this will be what they will lean on, what they will talk about. And for me, I think that really takes away from everything to do with what all fans around the world should be worried about, and that is bias, and that is cheating within referees' mindsets, how they referee the games, it being hidden up, the conspiracies behind it all. That is what I am now worried about, because now they can go, do you know what, mate? How you felt about him and all that. We could have just took you off Liverpool games. The only reason we're getting rid of you is because of this video now with the drugs. So come on, man. You know how it is. You can't do drugs and then work for an establishment of this level. Sorry, mate. That's why we're gonna let you go. And then it's gonna I reckon it's gonna be leaned on that it's that why he's going. And then that's gonna deflect away from the fact that what other referees are cheating and being biased and costing people points and leagues and relegation and whatever else it could be. Because I hope that the fans of the other clubs, who I've seen a lot trying to spin this of Liverpool trying to do the victims and all that stuff or whatever crap that they're doing, drop the tribalism. It's about us at the moment, but do you not all have your suspicions about the way referees are towards you? So do you not want this to be eradicated? Liverpool, that's how much you hate us, that you would risk not helping to try and figure out how to get to the bottom of this. That would eventually help you as well. Come on. And the other thing that I hate about this whole thing is referees now, either way, are going to be scared to referee Liverpool games. And some people are saying they think it's going to go one way, and it's going to be that we're going to start getting decisions because people are going to be scared to give decisions against us. Which I can see the logic behind that. Of course I can. But I also think you could look at the other way and you can think that the Pigmo, I think they say is the abbreviation, because I can't be asked to keep saying that name. They could be so angry with us for turning over the rock that they've been hiding under with all of this, that we might get a backlash. And how do we prove? So it could go either way. I don't like it either way. I don't want to be given decisions. And I don't want there to be an even harsher hatred towards us now. This doesn't leave us in a good position at all. We're not only victimized by the harsh words and the xenophobia and the hatefulness of the video and the situation, we're also now the victims of anxiety and scrutiny that could come our way. Do you know what I mean? Like this ain't good at all. This is not good at all for Liverpool. We're in a title race. We are an elite club. We're the most successful team in England. We don't need this shit. We don't want, and we don't need this shit. We don't. So I'm just feeling mad about this whole situation right now. I don't mean mad as in anger. I mean mad as in like confused all over the place. You know what I mean? Like I don't like it. I don't like anything to do with this situation. It's bothering me. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm guessing it is bothering everybody else, but it's really bothering me. I don't like anything to do with this situation. I really don't. So look, it is what it is. Let's just see what happens. And, you know, we'll go from here. We'll go from here. It's crazy. It's crazy. Jesus, man. Right. On to the good news, the positive news, which is also which is the main reason I'm here, if I'm being honest with you. I just had to touch on that Coote stuff. I would have left it alone if it was only that. We could have talked about this another time. But as you can see, Liverpool. Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? So, big up anything Liverpool. And there are other people who be talking about this, but I'm just going to use them. Give them a big up while we're here. By way of Fabrizio, who again, big up your damn self, Fabrizio. Liverpool are still monitoring Martin Zubimendi on a daily basis. Bad boy doing his thing on a slot, because that's how we talk about him, is a big capital B, capital I, capital G fan of him. People, are we going back in for Zubi? Are we going back in for Zubi? Brother, you did? You did? You did indeed. Are we going back in for Zubi, guys? There's also all of this stuff going around about my Moosh. Obviously, I'm not going to touch on anything to do with the contract stuff. I know, again, I'm sure it was touched upon in the morning show. Seems like there could be some good news on that front, but I'm not going to touch on that stuff because I have no idea. We have no idea really with all that stuff, dude. We're in the dark. We feel, you know, I don't know what's going on with that stuff, but we're in a title race right now. We're in a title race right now. And it ain't even so much about the player at this point. It's about the ambition. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm taking Zubimendi all day long. I'm taking Zubimendi all day long. There's probably maybe one or two other players maybe that I would prefer. I'm not going to lie. DJ Brain, I actually totally get where you're coming from. See Belieber? Belieber. But I'll be honest with you, bro. Belieber's going to cost an exorbitant amount of money. Like, you know how Brighton do. They bring in these little G's. They prove to the world they're as good as they knew they were. And then they get 100 mil for them. We ain't got Belieber money, I don't think. And at this stage of his career, it would be a massive risk to also spend that much money on him anyway. As much as I think he's the future and he is the truth. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I believe, but for me, I'm looking at this kid already in the Premier League, already proven 20 years old. He's Caicedo part 2. And Caicedo was Basuma part 2. So they're conveyor belt of DMs and top quality central midfielders. They just keep finding them, fine-tuning them, and then, you know what I mean? Like, and Belieber's just another one in that list. But if we get Zubimendi, I will be over the moon. I definitely want Zubimendi more so than I want Tchouaméni. Obviously, the Tchouaméni news has been quite big recently as well. I'm not really sold on Tchouaméni, if I'm being honest with you. I know a lot of people think that I'm being a little bit over the top with that one, or they find it a bit crazy, but there's two things to me with Tchouaméni. He's not press resistant enough for the way Slot wants to play, in my opinion. He picks up niggles, which it seems like as well, which if you're getting niggles in the Spanish league, the Premier League is a lot more difficult to avoid niggles. And then on top of that, I've always thought if Real Madrid don't want a player, deep down, why? Why? Because Real Madrid is the elite, right? So I'd always just think, why? Why don't you want him anymore? What is it about why you don't want him? They've got a lot of injuries. Would they not want to keep hold of him even more so with their injuries? That is a red flag for me. I'm not going to lie. Real Madrid wanting to let him go. I don't even care if he wants to go. Real Madrid don't care what you want. So, yeah, for me. So, for me, it's all about see, Nico, this is the thing. They let Odegaard and Ozil leave. Yes, but they didn't feel that they needed them. And to be fair, they didn't. Do you get what I mean? This is the point. Like, just because those two players are good and went on to do good things at Arsenal, Real Madrid didn't feel like they won him, though. Do you get what I mean? And the Ozil one, I'm still a bit like, I don't know. I don't know. His time at Arsenal, I think, is very up and down as to whether I would call that a success. I'm not saying he wasn't a good player. Of course, he was a good player, but I don't know. And they can't hold on to everyone. So that's probably why they let Odegaard leave, because at the time he didn't really show anything. Let's be honest, Odegaard didn't show he's this player till he got to Arsenal. So Real Madrid probably didn't think they were letting go of something that was a big deal at that time. They've also obviously now got Arda Güler, who, if I'm being honest with you, I think Arda Güler loan, Zubimendi permanent. Now that's probably because Real Madrid probably wants Zubimendi, so we got him, they'll probably be hurt. We play them in the Champions League. We have a history with them. Maybe they'll just be like, yeah, I think there's no way we're loaning you Arda Güler. But that's how you go and win this league for sure. If you get Arda Güler on loan in January and then you bring in Zubimendi on a permanent, we cook this league. We cook this league. I already believe that we're going to win the league and that we're definitely capable of winning the league, especially if we can have some luck on our side. But if we was to do that, and that's the type of ambition that I want. That's the type of ambition I'm looking at. That's the way I want Liverpool to be acting. So I'm hoping this whole situation with Zubimendi is Liverpool being a big club, acting like a big club, and going about things in the right way in order to win the league. Taking a leaf out of our own book, which was we were top of the league at Christmas or New Year in 2020/21. Defending our title. We had all those injuries defensively, and we sat there and we let a window close, and only on the last day, because we got an injury to Matip in the final week of the window, we went and bought what was his name? He didn't play for Liverpool so much, I've forgotten his name. Hologram is what I'm used to just calling him. I know without this being this. What was his name again, guys? Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. We went and bought him. Yeah, Davis, sorry. Davis, yeah, big up Castro. Yeah, we went and bought Davis and we got Kabak on loan. That was what we did to defend our title. We bought Davis from the Championship and we brought in Kabak on loan to defend our title when we were top of the league at the turn of the year. So I hope we're taking a page out of our own book, even though obviously we're not that far down the line, but I hope we're taking a page out of our own book. And we're going to say to ourselves, let's go and do what it takes to go and win this league. Let's not let this one slip away, guys. Let's make sure we're on top of it. Because if we do the right things in January, this league is ours. If we do the right things in January, this league is ours. We also have to remember, Arsenal and Man City are definitely going to do something in January. Without a shadow of a doubt, they are going to do something in January, especially Man City. There is no way Man City don't replace Rodri. And while they're right, they're probably going to go and get one or two others as well. Guardiola ain't going to go out like this. Oh, best believe Mr. Pep is not going out like this. He's the greatest of all time, in my opinion. He's going to find and try and figure out a way. So this league is far from over. Shit. This league might not even be close to being one, depending on the next couple of fixtures. It could swing that quickly. But regardless of whether we're top or whether we're still in the hunt, we need to be ambitious and we need to make sure we go and do something in January. So, What do you think, peeps? What do you think? You know what, Hannah? I'm not gonna lie. See the Chiesa stuff. I'm trying my best not to listen to that stuff because I'll be really surprised if a guy was that happy to sign and then so quickly unhappy. But again, I'm not gonna act like it couldn't be true either. I'll be real disappointed if Chiesa wants to go back. I would really be. And if we do let him go as well because he wants to go, that would be like the Scots. What would maybe Moosh would be coming in early? Maybe I don't know. Like that would be weird as well. Like if we do let him go, he's meant to be the cover and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch that one closer. You know what I mean? Big yourself, Roms. I see you in the building, bro. But yeah, people, Zubimendi, man, Zubimendi. Is it gonna happen? Ty says the son offered his brethren a bag. Oh, what you mean in terms of why you think that they why he's got people snitching on him around? Yeah, probably. The things people will do to other people for money is astonishing and horrifying. It is astonishing and horrifying the things people would do for money. I completely understand trying to make a living. I completely understand everybody has to be on their grind. That's life. You have to look out for yourself in that regard because no one else will. But to do people over? No. You don't do people over to make money. You do ethical, normal, moral things to make money. And within that realm, you do what you can. You do what you can. Because life, as life has taught me, you have to make sure you got that money. Otherwise, you will be in trouble. But screw people over for money? No. You're as bad as a person who's actually done whatever it is that you're snitching on, depending. Big up Jay says, we all know the ref was high, in fact. I tell you. And this is the crazy thing. I don't think he went to work and was running around on the pitch high. I don't. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I don't. I'm not going to go that far. I'm not going to start just making stuff up about him because that's weird. But that is the narrative people could spin now, right? That's the narrative. He's allowed people to be able to spin this narrative now. Maybe when he's in the VIR booth. Like, he's allowed this scrutiny upon himself. Like, flipping out. Jay says Molly is a white powder too. Do you know what, Jay? I'll be honest with you. You might have a point there. And I'll never argue with someone who may more know than me. Is that how you take Molly, though? I've never done drugs in my life. Is that how you take Molly? I was under the impression that it's just a tablet. But again, I ain't gonna go into the hows and ifs of all that shit. You know what I mean? But you're right. Maybe it is. I mean, I don't even know if that makes it any better anyway. That's still a really serious drug as well, right? But I guess maybe your point is that's maybe why they said that it's a powder. Yeah, you got a point. I can admit when I could have been wrong about something. You might have a point. Captain Soul says refs now need to be drug tested randomly on a regular basis during the season, just like the players get tested. That's a very good point. That is a very good point. That is a very, very, very good point. Yeah. That is a good point because obviously when you're in control, you can't be inebriated, you can't be even in terms of like being drunk and stuff, you know what I mean? Which alcohol isn't illegal or whatever. But again, yeah, like you shouldn't be at work drunk though. So you're right, random drug testing, urine testing, whatever, with every now and again for real, just to make sure that they are, because they're the people in power who have a lot of say in the swing on a $1 billion industry. You're right. I'm surprised that's never actually been a thing, actually, when I think about it. For real, why? I mean, maybe there is and we don't know. Maybe there is. I'm not even gonna lie. Maybe I'd have to do some research on that, actually. Maybe there actually is. Because I think anyone who's in power and has such a big setup of things, for real, they should be they shouldn't be allowed to do their job intoxicated, is probably the best way to put it. So yeah. But yeah, Claire, I'm not going to bring that up, but that's a good one. That was a good one. I like that one. I like that one. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to lie. I like that one. I like that. That's comment of the day there. I'm not going to lie. That's comment of the day. Well played. Well played. That's chuckled me. That's chuckled me. KGFS says, if I had a face like Coote, I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna talk about with a personal level, bro. I get where you're coming from, the ban and stuff, but I get it. And I'm not even like, you know what I mean, having a go at your stuff, but I get jokes. But like that's the one thing I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna attack him in that regard, you know what I mean? Because that can come across distasteful, and then that's when you've become just as bad as the person who's doing it. Do you know what I mean? You can have a laugh and a joke about what they've done because they've done it to us, and it's like, ha, you tried to do this to us, but then like, don't get personal in that way. Try not to anyway. Do you know what I mean? Because then you become just like the person who's done what they did to us. But yeah, people, it's been a mad one. It's been a mad one. So much stuff going around right now. You know what I'm about to do after this? I'm about to go and watch the round table, which I put on pause for this because I've seen the snippets going around of our king talking with absolute like chest out. Let's go fucking do this. All I need now is during this international break is for Salah, Virgil, and Trent to have their contracts sorted out. Trent and Mo, definitely during this time, I've got 2 weeks back at AXA now because they're not going on international duty. And this is the time right now. This is the time to get those contracts done, guys. Right here, right now. Come on, there's not, what else? What else is there to do? Just get it done. Mo wants to be here. Shout out to all the members who saw my rant. I had to just, I was going to say, let my hair down and punk myself there. I had to just go old school drift on them just for a second. And just take away the barrier I have of logic and trying to be, you know, calm. And I had to let it out so for all the members who heard my rant, they know how I feel. If this is on the club and not the players, I don't understand what you're doing. Get it done. Get it done. Get it done. Do you know what? Big up yourself. This is one of the things that I was saying as well. People will know I did say this before. I said, I get that Robbo isn't the same player. I get that he can't give us what he used to give us. But as a backup, he's still more than capable. More than capable. I'm talking about one of the best left backs to ever live in the Premier League. Like I said, people can come at me all day for my statement, and if they can bring me some evidence or some other fun, we can have a conversation about it possibly. But after Ashley Cole, who in my opinion is the best left back to ever live, not just play in the Premier League, I think Ashley Cole's the best left back to ever live. Obviously, I'm talking about my lifetime. I didn't watch other people. I think after Ashley Cole, Andrew Robertson is the best left back to ever play in the Premier League. That is my opinion, and I'll stand on that. But he ain't who he used to be. We get that. But as a backup player and in the changing room, nobody understands. I've been saying this. People have laughed at me for these things. I even said about Adrian, to give him his credit. You need a good dressing room. You need a good dressing room, guys. You do. You need a good dressing room. You got to look around and see winners, leaders, people who can inspire. People who can have a laugh, people who know how to bring the mood up and down, depending. And Robbo is that guy. So even if he can't do it on the field like he used to be able to, he can still do it in and around the club. I don't want Robbo leaving the club. I don't. He's important. And I've been saying this. You go and look at some of the other team dressing rooms and tell me what I'm saying ain't shit. It's shit, sorry. I'm not even gonna lie. I've got to throw a bit of shade here just to prove my point. Go and look at the Arsenal dressing room. Go and look at the Man United dressing room. Go and look at the Tottenham dressing room. Go and look at some of them dressing rooms. And there's not many characters who can do what I just explained you need in a dressing room. There's not many players in that dressing room you can look to pull you out of the adversity or to help you feel better about yourself as a young player maybe. Or, you know, even leaders need leaders But what I love about our squad is we got so many. So if Virgil loses his head for a second, you got Robbo, you got Salah, you got Endo. You've got these other characters that can be like, no, brother, come here. No, but it'll be all right. Yeah. You're right, man. You're right. Shake it off. You can't just have one person in your team who's capable of doing that, because when he feels down, who picks him up? You need more. You need as many as you can. And then when you've got a lot, you ain't even really got to tell the other one what to do. He already knows. You might just have to give him a look. And he'll be like, yeah, you're right. And he'll just fix up because he has it in there already. Robbo's one of those guys. And I've always said that is the reason why you keep Robbo at Liverpool. Regardless of whether he can do it week in, week out anymore, that's not the point. He's still extremely valuable to the club. So I'm going to go watch that roundtable talk. I'm really excited about watching it. I am. I'm even going to watch a little Christmas thing that Trent was doing as well. So I'm going to go and indulge in some Liverpool content right now, people. But big up yourselves. I know this was spontaneous, so I really appreciate the fact that you guys jumped in. Love as always. We need 700 of you in there on this spontaneous stream. Make sure you smash that like button for me, please, people. Subscribe if you're new, and obviously in the comments, if you're watching this on replay, let me know what you feel about the situation. And it's mad. I can still see a couple of you. Look, I don't even want to call people out, but I still see a couple people saying, like, nah, like, we can't be sentimental and stuff like that. Guys, it's not being sentimental. Keeping someone around who is of value. It's not sentimental. Like, there is a difference between sentimental and understanding someone's value. And I just want you guys to try and take yourself away from, like, the dislike of that player being in the squad now because maybe you think someone should take his place or whatever. Like, try and understand. Just think about anywhere you've worked and you didn't like the people you worked with. Even if you liked the job, think about how different that job was because you didn't like the people and you didn't get on with the people, or the people who were the leaders weren't good, or they brought it down, or it was just a depressing work environment. Just remember that. And that's why I feel it's important to have the characters like Robbo in and around the squad that make it fun and also professional to be at work. Because I tell you what, I would rather earn a smaller amount of money and love what I do and the people I work with than a large amount of money and I hate my job or I hate the people I work with. And I will stand on that principle till the day I die. I will always prefer to be happy with less money than upset with more money. Don't care if people think that's thingy. My sanity and my overall mentality is more important to me than fucking moolah. Yeah. And it always will be. I don't take none of that shit with me. I know I just got a bit deep for some reason, but you know what I mean? When you're dead and you're gone and I meet my maker, I don't get to keep none of the shit that I've earned or any of this money. In fact, if I ain't got my will in order, the government takes it all. So I like people. I like people who are good to be around, and Robbo's good to be around, and I'm a stand on that, even if people disagree with me. But yeah, big up yourselves, people. Love as always. I'm not sure exactly when we will be back, but I will be back tomorrow, guys, on Big Up. In fact, let me just hit you guys with a little something right now while I'm here before I forget. The England game tomorrow, guys. I will be doing the England game on my Big Up channel. Let me give you guys the link just in case you don't know, because I would love to see you all there. And I'm wondering as well, guys, why aren't you guys there? Why aren't you? What's going on? What is going on, people? As you can see, people, we are 21 hours, 12 minutes and 8 seconds away from my stream tomorrow on Big Up for the England game versus Greece. I've just put the link in the description. I will also, in the chat, and the link is also in the description, guys. Make sure you come and join me for that game. We'll have some fun. And there'll be loads and loads of other games that will be that I'll be streaming, and the lads and everyone else, brother Jamie, there's loads of streams that we'll be doing across the course of this international break. I'm even going to be doing the Brazil and Uruguay game next Wednesday. Jamie's going to be joining me for that one. I'm going to be on Mamadashvili watch for the Georgia game. Obviously, we've got to watch our bad boy goalkeeper. Looks like we might be playing him a lot earlier than we even thought we were going to be playing him. So I'm even going to be doing Mamadashvili watch on Friday or Saturday, I think that is. Matt will be doing the Holland game. I think that's Friday as well. I'll be doing the Spain game next Monday. There's so many games. So for everyone who already comes in and joins in on Big Up for that love and that support, guys. You already know the fun we have. And for anyone who hasn't, guys, just come and check it out, man. Just come and check it out. Andre, I see you, bro. I know, John, I see you, bro. Yards in the chat, I see you, bro. Like, come and join us, guys. Come and join us, man. We have fun. We have fun, man. It's a beautiful place to be while we're bantering, while we're enjoying the football. I love it. So, yeah, links in the chat, guys. Let me just drop that one more time for anyone who missed. Let's get it done. Is that Yards already in the building? See it there? Yards is already in the building. Just left me a comment. I see you, bro. So, yeah, guys, make sure you come and join me. And Matt will be doing, as I said, some games as well. Jamie will be doing some games. So, yeah, man, come and check us out. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. And obviously, if any more news breaks as well, we'll be doing that during the day as well. So, people, smash that like button. Big up your damn self. I'm off to watch the round table. And I'm going to end on a message for Coote. Peace!
You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. Wallahi, you're finished. Wallahi, you're finished.
You're finished.